Well, good morning, everyone. Well, actually, it's afternoon. Well, hey, it's Shooter, Scott Henderson. Hey, we're going to take a look at a couple of crypto stocks and Bitcoin. Of course, at the end of our presentation, please do review our disclosure. Now, you'll have to forgive me. I don't want to use the term novice, but I sort of stay away from TradingView. However, there's a couple strategies that have become available on it, so I'm going to move in that direction a little bit. Not that I'm not doing Motive Wave for Elliott Wave. For setups and price targets and things like that, I will be shifting a little bit to TradingView, only because it's too cumbersome to redo the charts there. So I think it's time, people. I think Bitcoin's going to rally here. Now, the range that I have here is a little over 100,000, 102, what is it? 103.21.18. Now, I'm going to slender that down and just look at our wedge, the assumption of the wedge. We obviously don't want to take the risk of the floor of the wedge. So, my thought is maybe we do something, a base of maybe 64,100. If it breaks below there again, I think it comes back. But what the reason it's caught my attention, we broke above the bell curve that I'd been showing on Motive Wave, this chart here. All right. So as long as we close above this, the end of this week, I think we're pretty much good to the upside. And, I'm looking for a target of around 88 off of this. So here's my thoughts. So Riot has the most upside here as far as our targets. It's potentially a 2x move here on price up towards $20 to the upside. The most breadth there to the upside. So I want to see how this week plays out a little bit. I'm not jumping on board yet because this is a quarterly to a 6-month trade maybe. However, I do think it's time. We're hitting a little resistance here, which we should off of this wick. But we break above this 1309, we are confirming a new uptrend as far as Riot's concerned. I don't really like Riot because it's FOMO stock, but out of all of the crypto stocks, and I'll be going through the rest of them, I've looked at, it has the most upside. So of course, that I can't take away from it. Okay, now ARKB actually looks pretty decent. It doesn't reflect as much upside. However, we're looking at 69, 71, and 73, my targets once we get the breakout. And then we're heading towards all-time highs. So that's my thought on ARKB. Now, BITO's got potentially some upside too. It gives us a little more leverage. So really, once we break above 2029, confirms the leg moving up, then our first target's 21 or roughly 2077. $24, $28, $31.32 up to the high. And then, if we do continue to break out, it'll keep going. Now, Marathon, basically above 1884 is the breakout. So we got a target above, not quite $2, about $1.75 to the first target. Now, options, I personally prefer Mara or Coinbase, right? Simply because the way the options trade, they trade better. Riot is like a third tier stock for me, so I don't necessarily like to go there as much, but it probably will move more. So let's take a look at, the targets here on Marathon, roughly 22, 25, 27, and then we're heading towards highs. Obviously, we have another target up at 34.09 as well. Now, Coin doesn't confirm the move to the upside till we break 211. Then we got 272 to the upside and 283. So, geez. Now, just because of the face value, anything over $100 a share sort of screws with my strategy or my thesis on how I manage my book. So, always comes into play anything over $150 a share. Cash secured puts are the most viable trade for me. Even though it takes more margin to put those on, it just doesn't mess up the balance of the other share. Because what I like to do is keep each position size to similar. Like if I'm putting on a quarter position size, I'm trying to stick to 5K. A half position size, I'm trying to stick to 10K. Full position size, I'm trying to stick to 20K kind of thing. So, and I do that more for my own sanity in managing stuff because I like conformity. So it works for me. That's why I do it. So, but in this scenario, selling some 190 cash secured puts makes sense. Or even going down to 180 if you're really conservative makes some sense to me to the upside as far as this goes. So that's my take. I'll be posting those in chat, but I just wanted to go over it as a group. because I think it's going to start. So I want to give everybody like, hey, heads up, guys. I think crypto is going to start this run. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with the cash coming in from China. I think a lot of money's going in over there, as far as I think it'll continue to do so. So, and I don't think they back off on the stimulus. I think we're going to consistently see it every 6 or 8 weeks in blocks, because it's currently not moving the market. So they're going to bring more. And if it doesn't move the market, they're going to bring more. And if it doesn't bring the market, it's going to bring more. So, I think this is China's last hurrah to try and save their economy without going into a massively horrible recession, which will probably turn into a global one. So that is part of my thesis behind the current rally in equities and what I see here in crypto. So great trading, folks. Until next time.